Hi everybody, it's Jenny from the Missouri Star Quilt Company, and you might notice something a little different today. Guess who's here? You guys may know this is my husband Ron, and every year we have a special issue of Block that comes out called Mod Block. And Ron generally wants to make a quilt for Mod Block because, you know, men think a little differently than women do, especially he thinks a little differently than I do. And so it's always interesting to me to see what he comes up with. So his quilt for this year is this one right here. And Ron, what did you call this?
I called it Amplified.
Amplify. And because?
Well, starts small, gets bigger and bigger.
Starts small and gets bigger. So the thing that's cool about Block is the Mod Block is that they generally choose a theme. And the theme for this year's Mod Block was scale. And so he started small, goes to medium, and goes to large. And it's all half square triangles. And he spends a lot of time with me at trunk shows. And he watches my half square triangle, the things that I do at the trunk shows over and over. And you might think he's just sitting over there, not thinking about anything, but he's actually coming up with ways to do things.
You talk about moving the squares around, and so I'm always back there thinking about, what if we did this, you know, make it small and go big, and
yeah,
what you're doing around the world. So.
Yeah, so we want to show you how to do this. So to make this quilt, what you're going to need is 1 3/4 of a solid, a white, a background color, and 1 3/4 of a contrasting color, a brighter color, so that it shows the contrast. And Ron used a fabric called Flame. I think he chose it for the name. You may not know this, but Ron used to race motorcycles, so anything with flame and fast and nuts and bolts, he's all about that. You know, he just likes that kind of stuff. So this fabric is called Flame, and it's by Robert Kaufman. Our backing is 3 1/4 yards, and we just used a plain white, you can see. But notice this quilting on here. It's squares, so it gives it that more modern look. Our binding out here is 3/4 of a yard, and he wanted a real dark to frame it, and I just think it looks really cool. So this quilt is all just half square triangles. Yes. That's all it is, in 3 different sizes. And of course, you know, he's a little more math-minded than I am, but he wanted to do it my easy way. So we started with 2 5-inch squares, and you're going to want to cut 4 5-inch squares. You're going to cut 16 6-inch squares, and you're going to cut 11 11-inch squares. Because once we figured out this and did our, you know, the way we sewed on this, we had to figure out how to get the other ones to fit, and we'll show you how to do that. So we started with 2 5-inch squares, a solid, and a color. And then we wanted to cut them diagonally both directions. So we're just going to line up our ruler diagonally corner to corner, and we're going to cut both directions, and just like that. And then Ron, if you'll just iron those open.
You bet.
You know, it's interesting, in the quilt world, so many of our husbands help us with the ironing and the cutting and things like that. And Ron and I work very well together. Oftentimes he'll be my ironer and cutter. And for this it was the same. I was kind of the sewer, and he did the math and the ironing, and he's like, okay, I need you to sew this, you know. Yeah. So on these little squares that we cut from the 5-inch, they have to be squared to 3 inches. So I'm just going to use this little ruler right here and square these to 3 inches while he's cutting. Ironing. He's ironing.
I don't cut too much.
Oh, you're a good cutter. All right. So when you square, you're just going to keep the block lock ruler. Mine's on I matched it up to the 3 line. Our little centerpiece here is on here, right on that seam. And it's just really tiny little bits. Look how small that is. But you still want to, you know, when you're putting a block together with half square triangles like this, you really want it to match. And the key to this is making sure that your other blocks, you know, fit together. So what we did was, once we got these all squared, we sewed 2 together and measured them to see what size we needed next. And so I'm going to finish squaring these up, and we'll be right back. So now we've got all of our half square triangles trimmed up, and we're ready to start laying them out and setting them together. Now, this is the little corner block that we're looking for right here. And this is this block up here in this corner. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to sew 2 of these together, and it should measure it should measure the size for the next block, correct?
Right.
All right. So I'm going to sew these together this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to put them together so they're ready to go. Just like that. Is that right?
That's right.
So I'm so angrily challenged, and there were so many times when he would just come in and go, that's off, that's off. All right, so again, this is all 1/4 inch. All right, you want to press that?
You bet. That's my job.
There we go.
One.
All right, so we're going to measure this, and this comes to 5.5. Now the next 2 sets of half square triangles, to get the size we wanted, we did we made them a little differently. So what we did was we took our squares, and so when you need a 5.5 inch, when you have a 5.5 inch measurement and you want to come it, or you want it to match up with that, then we have to add a 1/2 inch on there. So we're starting with a 6-inch square for the next block, and what we're gonna do with that is we're going to sew or draw the line side to side down the middle, right, just like this. Maybe they can see it better on this side. So we're going to draw the line side to side, 6-inch square, sew on either side, and that's going to give us these 5.5 inch half square triangles.
Yeah.
Okay.
We get done. After we squared up the 5
We've been married so long. I'm like looking at him to finish my sentence.
Just like the trunk shows.
There you go. Yeah, you aren't often in front of the camera.
Well, this is an unusual place for me to be. I'm normally holding behind him.
He's hiding behind there.
Very uncomfortable out in front of the quilt.
Oh, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. All right, so then when we sew these together, it's going to add up to 10.5. And so for our big square, we're going to do it the same way. We're going to take an 11-inch square, and we're going to draw the line corner to corner, sew on either side, 1/4 inch, and it's going to get to this size. So you're going to need, again, 11 11-inchers, and you're going to need 16 6-inchers and 4 5-inchers.
Well, yes, that surprised me because I thought I'd need more in small, but doing the 4 and
Well, you
1
get
is
twice as
good.
many the way
Yeah.
I do it, and so that's just how that goes. All right, so then we sew them together. All of the squares pretty much work the same, don't they?
Yes.
All right, so you're going to have to lay these out because it doesn't make a lot of sense in my brain. So let's put this together.
I was putting it out to try and keep my angles going together the same. I would go like this. I just would do 1 row at a time going out. My angle challenge like you.
No, you're not.
Now
It's
this
just
is
that-
going.
No, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Doesn't this go?
Yeah.
This is the blind leading the blind.
There we
here.
go. That's it.
And one more. So the way I always look is it always has these kind of
Yes.
connecting things like this.
And then-
so then how many of these rows do you put around?
I had 4 of the small, then I would go 4 of the mediums.
Now
I only
did-
went 3 of the large because it's getting too big.
So originally Ron had this quilt, and it's interesting to watch how other people quilt, because all of us are, there's as many different quilters as there are different quilters, different people, and we all do things differently. So Ron actually sits with graph paper and colors in squares and really lines it up. So his original quilt was quite large, and as we got
Bigger
it
than I
on the
thought.
design wall, it was like a runway, though. It was like skinny and really long.
It was a king size.
And well, for one person, and so we kind of shortened it up into one segment because he had this going from small to medium to large to medium to small. And so it was real interesting how it came out. But
It
it
was
ended
real
up
long.
looking a lot more better like this. More better, that was terrible English. A lot better, just where we capitalized on that corner.
Yes.
So then once you get, I'm going to try and kind of push these up a little bit and move these up. So then show how the big squares fill in.
Okay, so if this was 3 or 4 of them, then this would come up with the orange would be it would just keep going, just the same pattern. Got
Same
another-
way. Oh, I do
yeah.
have some more over here.
Yes, more big ones. Goes white.
And then this one goes this way, right?
Yeah, well, it has a little, you'll notice it has a little transition change right there, then it goes into it, and you'll come up with a white
Yeah,
out there in the
this is
middle,
actually a
too.
really cool transition
Just
piece
kind
right
of
here, I
blows
think.
out. You have white points all the way down.
Yeah. Oh,
And the
that's
big
very
is
cool.
how it ends up as you get going.
That's very cool. So 2 different ways of making half square triangles. The smallest one we sew around and cut both directions. The next 2, whatever our square measures, we add a half an inch on that.
Yes.
And just drew the line and sewed on either side.
Yes.
And so it just comes together really cool and makes a really modern, fun quilt. It's just fun to see what other people come up with. So anything else you want to add, Ron?
Just that I'm very uncomfortable out front here, that's all.
All right, well, we hope you enjoyed this tutorial on the Amplified Quilt
Yes.
by Ron from the Missouri Star Quilt Company.